So we've all heard about the McDonald's hot coffee case, and I think that if you were to look at that case and say, I can't believe that someone would get $1 million for pouring hot coffee on their lap, I would agree with you 100%. But the simple fact of the matter is there's a lot of things that people haven't heard, that the jurors in that case heard. Those 12 New Mexicans that heard that case heard a lot of facts that most of us aren't hearing or don't listen to. And what they don't know is that that coffee was served so hot that it caused that woman third-degree burns through her clothing. And what I'm about to say is very gruesome, but these are the facts of that case. That woman, when she got that coffee, and she was in the drive-thru and she was paying for it, and she kind of rustled in her seat, and the lid popped off, and it fell in her lap, and it burned her. It burned her so bad that it actually fused her labia together. The burns were horrific. And there's something else that most people aren't hearing about that case. All that woman wanted was her medical bills paid. That's all she wanted. And McDonald's wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do what was right. They wouldn't listen to reason. And they had no excuse for serving that coffee that hot. There is no excuse. When you turn on the tap water at your house, that's regulated by code. If you go to a hotel and you turn on the water, that's regulated by code. That water can only be a certain temperature. When they serve you hot coffee, it doesn't have to be any hotter than 110 degrees for it to feel very hot to you. That coffee, from what I understand, they served her was well over 160 degrees. It caused third-degree burns. It fused her labia. So those are the things that the public isn't hearing about. Yeah, I would be upset if somebody got a bunch of money just for spilling some coffee on their lap. That's not what happened here. There was no reason to serve coffee that hot. None whatsoever. And yet they did it. Don't know why. And this woman was horrifically burned. An injury I wouldn't wish on anybody. Third-degree burns. Could have been avoided if they didn't do it. Now they do. You know, that jury sent a message to McDonald's. Change your practices. Don't do this. And guess what? McDonald's doesn't do that anymore. And guess what? Neither does Burger King. Neither do all the McDonald's other competitors. So, was that a huge verdict? Absolutely. Did it do good? Absolutely. It did good. And that's something that our courts, you know, that a jury, they can do that. They can send a message and they can make things right. And they get to hear things that the public doesn't hear because the media doesn't put it out there for whatever reason. But the jury does. And they can do the right thing.